Warriors, come out and play.
God.
Wrong show,
Okay,
buddy. Wrong
and
show.
Welcome to another episode of the Chummy Thumbs podcast. I'm glad you guys are joining us. Oh, thanks, Hayden. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, clink.
Clink.
A pre-show clink.
That's right. And by the way, thanks Hayden for also joining us on time.
No worries.
Well, today we are talking about, of course, Skeleton Crew episode 5, titled "You Have a Lot to Learn About Pirates." And if you joined us last time, we did make our bets to predict who would say that line. Unfortunately, Chummy Thumbs team is 0 for 3. Do you guys remember your guesses? I think Justin, you said it was Wim's dad.
I had Wim's dad, and Hayden went the easy way.
Yeah,
That wasn't that easy. I went with Fern.
Fern picked one of the main. Come on.
Oh, I picked the main too, I guess. I picked KB, but it was
yeah.
Mr. Sexy himself, Jude, who said that line. But in this episode, the crew of the Onyx Cinder, led by Jod, aka Mr. Sexy, travels to the planet Lanupa, aka the Demon's Rest, aka Battle World. In search of the coordinates of their homeworld at Attin, they discovered that the ship belonged to the infamous pirate captain Tak Rennod, who hid the coordinates in his secret lair on Lanupa, which is now a resort spa, high-end spa kind of thing. So the crew breaks into the lair, hidden beneath the spa hotel, and uncovers secrets about their ship and legendary pirate captain himself. However, the mission is complicated with the arrival of Brutus's crew, and that information was given to him by a bounty hunter named Pocket, who had an interesting past with Jod. And at the end of the episode, of course, we do see Jod kind of become the whole pirate thing himself and kind of betray and turn on the kids.
Just say it. An asshole.
An
asshole.
Yeah.
Mr.
But
Sexy is an asshole.
He's a true pirate at heart, let's just say. So that's a lot kind of happened in this episode, and I think the very last scene, last chunk of it, was he did take the lightsaber, and you hear the sound of the zoom, and it cuts to black, cuts to the credits. So nice setup for episode 6. Don't know the title yet. Don't know who will say it. We will put on our bets later on. Hayden, let's start with you.
What?
Yeah, there you are. Okay. What are
Which
your
way for you
thoughts
to
of this
finish?
episode, man?
Doe. Well, my Justin got what I was talking about.
Mandalorian. Mando.
Yeah.
I got it.
There you go.
Keep
see?
up, Shao. Keep up.
Come on, man.
It was a bad joke.
By
It was
5 episodes in, you should be just as nerdy as us by now. Initial thoughts, because probably I watched it most recently than everybody else, because I'm slow like that. I watched it last night. As soon as I saw the title, I was like, oh, God damn it, lost that one. Because I was like, I knew who this is going to be about. And as you mentioned in your little pre-show, and you also predicted this, Shao. You were like, he's going to betray the kids at some point. Boom, this was the episode that he betrayed the kids. But I did also like the fact that at the beginning of it, it was showing more layers to Jode's character in that he was being more fatherly to the kids. Because he was obviously hesitant initially when he saw that Wim was upset, but every time he went back to it. He went back to it, and then he offered advice. And it's actually the first time we'd seen him do actual force movements that couldn't be perceived as trickery. You know, like he legitimately lifted the data pad into Wim's hand. I remembered this time, and the lightsaber at the end, and the knife throughout. You know, so. So just to cut it short, initial thoughts, lots of new things. obviously, yeah, the assholery of betrayal, the real pirate, but there was even another name was brought up, and another aspect of his character was brought up to attention. The opening actually was quite good because it almost debunked like our theories on Wim's dad being in on it, because he was
I was still very much into that
Yeah.
theory of that Wim's dad is part of the evil. I don't know, the evil.
The,
crew, whatever.
yeah. So there were lots of good elements here and a lot of new things, and it kind of brought to a front how they're all going to face the pirates again. So yeah, so those few things were like, I liked some of those questions that we had all brought forth, well, to a degree, some of our theories were debunked, some new ones were brought up, but I liked the fact that this was the episode that brought the pirates back into direct conflict with everybody, and nice little cliffhanger to end, kids down the trap door, Jod with the lightsaber. What happens next week?
I was gonna, because Hayden mentioned a few examples of Jod using, the Force. What were the examples you mentioned? There was one that you left out. I was gonna see if you remember.
Well,
you mentioned the knife.
The knife, the data pad,
Yes.
and
The
the
saber.
lightsaber.
There's
And
another one.
There's
Can you
another
think of
one?
it, Justin?
I know what it is. Yeah. The credit that he tossed into the acid at the end. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Into
He
the
used the
pool.
Force to do that?
Yeah.
Because
You must have been
they were
drooling.
checking. Everyone was checking their pockets for was it dataries, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
And then the camera goes out and you see him just like having one hover above his hand, and he goes like.
Ah, see, I must have half missed that. I just thought he threw it in. Look at that. Definitely, I'll have to
No.
watch it again.
It was a whole
Oh,
thing.
it was a whole
He was
thing.
doing it. They held on camera for a good amount of time. No, I have very mixed feelings about this episode, and I haven't had fully enough time to process. Shao, I was sort of mentioning to you earlier, we're in the middle of a hockey tournament right now, and so my brain has been a lot on that, but also been trying to obviously focus on this and watch this. I had to kind of watch it in chunks, even though it's really not that long of an episode. And you had called it about him, betraying the kids, and I should have expected it. But I got to tell you, when it happened, I was so disappointed. I was like, fuck this, man. Come on. Because like you said, he had all these moments earlier with Wim, and like he was taking all these steps even in the last one. And I guess it's all just to, push forward for his own selfish reasons, which is to, get the coordinates to At Attin and then betray the kids and take all the treasure for himself. But still, when it happened, I was upset. And then I really liked how Wim took the lightsaber at the end. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. And then when he turned it on and it was upside down, like laugh out loud moment for me. Oh, that's brilliant. Like, of course he's not going to know which way is up. And it just added for a little, because they were like building, you could hear the music like building up, like for the lightsaber to like turn on in this epic moment. And like the lightsaber shines in front of him as he gets the glow on his face and he holds it. And then it was upside down and it fucking shoots off to the side. But I thought he would go after it, and then he kind of cowers out and goes and hides with the rest of them. And I thought, oh, come on, man! Like I thought this was going to be some epic moment. I was really excited to see where it was going to go. But I guess this makes for a more interesting story. They get away in the hatch, and now obviously they know where the ship is. So I guess it'll be a race to the ship. He's still got the coordinates, and now he's got SM-33. So I get that it adds more to the drama, and also it's going to provide this like redemption moment for Jode's character, Mr. Sexy's character, which will ultimately be good I hope they go that way. But I don't know, for some reason it just like it bothered me when that happened. Oh, and there was something else. There was another, gosh, moment that kind of bothered me. Um, I'll think of it. But I did like the episode. It did move it. I thought it had a good mix of uh comedic moments, um, and Mr. Sexy being that sort of father character, that relationship building, which ultimately will play big in the end. Um, and like you said, Hayden, the pirates coming back is nice. It just kind of amps up that tension because now, uh, you know, they're sort of all on the run from each other. Three groups kind of all trying to find each other but avoid each other, I guess. I was also wondering with Mr. Sexy at the end when he uses the force to pull the lightsaber over and he's holding it as kind of thinking like I wonder if that's the first time it's held the lightsaber because we had talked like is he just force sensitive or maybe did he have some early training? Like maybe him having the lightsaber is going to play a role somewhere in him going back to ultimately the kid's side and having that sort of redemption moment. But yeah, overall, like episode and was kind of also annoyed by some of it just for selfish reasons.
Right. Right. For me, I think that I like this episode the most because I think you just kind of touched it all. I like the balance of the humor. I think I did laugh the most of this episode. And yeah, it moved the story along quite well. Um, in terms of theory, as in some of the questions that's just off the top of my head that came up to me during this episode is one, I'm just curious how many of Brutus's crew died from the acid bath. This is just kind of like, you know what I mean? Um, um, and I also thought the fact that Wim just pulled on that thing for the hatch to go down and to escape. I was like, what if it's just like they just drop down a pool of acid? Like it's like
Or
because those things
spikes, yeah.
they're supposed to like kill. Those traps are booby traps meant to kill. You
Yeah.
know the fucking laser at the beginning or like the gravity thing that go the spikes, acid pool. You don't think the hatch that's close to the roast beef, which is the decoy, that the actual lever, you don't think that's gonna kill people? Like I don't know, but that's just obviously not gonna kill the kids off. But then I also thought at this point when Mr. Sexy already betrayed or turned asshole, what use does he have? Excuse me. What use does he have for the kids? Like, I actually don't know. Does he need them for anything? Because if not, obviously Disney's not gonna have him kill the kids. But at the same time, he could have easily killed them because I don't know if he needs them anymore.
I mean, Fern's, we talked about her being this like tough, sort of hard-nosed girl. Fuck, man. Like she yielded. Are you kidding me?
Well, she had a
Take
knife
that
to her
blade.
throat.
Take that blade. What is that?
That was one of the things I was going to bring
Come
up.
on.
I've actually enjoyed the fact that they've kept the kids as kids. They haven't suddenly become these like, superhero
Like
kids.
warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of little elements in this episode that showed
Yeah.
that they were still kids. That was one of them because she even says, "We're just kids. You can't hurt us." Like,
Yeah, I love that part. I love that part when they're checking in and then they're in the back just being stupid. And then when
Yeah.
they get into the suite and
They're
it's, okay,
jumping on the
sorry,
bed.
is it Jod or Jode? Jode. I
Jode?
can't remember. Jode. Sorry.
it's Star Wars.
Uh,
It's relative.
It should be chode. He's a total fucking chode now.
And then he kind of flipped the switch to make the glass like opaque or whatever, or and then the kid's like, oh, like they wanted to like go explore or whatever. And those little moments, I like those little moments. And,
Like where Wim and Neil wanted to investigate the buffet.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah,
search for the symbol in the buffet. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any theories as to what's happening next?
Before we get to that, I remembered what
Right.
I
Please.
remembered what it was that disappointed me. And not just because I was wrong and I hate being wrong. That has nothing.
Is it because Hayden was right? And that
No,
Was I right
extra
about something?
worse?
I don't know. I feel like maybe now you were closest to being right. I was really disappointed about what the eternal treasure was. Like
Ah, yeah.
the
yeah.
last
yeah,
mint
yeah,
for the
yeah.
older pup. I was like, really? Like, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, in the pirate theme that they're going, but I just thought it was going to be something bigger than that, you know? And maybe it still will,
Yeah.
but to me, I just thought that's why they're hiding their planet, I guess, because it's the most valuable credit. But again, if you're if you're a thief, well, I guess because it prints it, but maybe it prints the most valuable credit, but you're telling me there's not other credit minting machines out there that people could just go steal that would be easier than trying to find one on a secret planet. I don't know. I thought it
Yeah.
was
You're like,
Hayden's got
"Ugh."
something to say.
Hayden's got something to say. Yeah.
No, I was like, I was gonna bring that up. I was like, oh, the big reveal of what the eternal treasure is just a printing press, like a mint. I'm like,
Yeah, I
it's
was
gotta be a like what do they call it? Like a red herring. It's gotta be fake. It's got that's there, but it's not what it actually is. It would have to be because
I can see
otherwise
that too.
it would feel like a bit of a letdown. Like, does that just mean
Totally.
the rest of the episodes are just based character based then, not goal based? If that makes sense.
and and the thing is too, if that's the case, like, I mean, I don't know, like, why is it so protected? Who cares? And if you're not leaving your planet, then the value of what you're minting or making only in, it's not going to make it more valuable on your planet because that's what everybody uses. And if you don't go off planet, then who cares if it's worth more? It doesn't really have any value except to people outside of your planet, in which case, why would you even use it if it's going to draw that much attention? You know what I mean? Like, it just, the whole fucking thing doesn't add up for me. And if like, I'll be very disappointed if that's what it is.
Yeah. I think I think Hayden is right. I think there's something else there. I don't know, but then it is episode 6 next out of how many again?
Well, they
Hey.
still got to get there. I think if it is something else. Like, I think the big reveal will be, I mean, Mando, they sort of did it. It was always kind of the second to last episode, wasn't it? Or was it? No, actually, the big return in season 2 is the final episode. But some of the other ones were happening
It was
in,
usually like
like,
episode 7. It was like the
yeah,
second last was like where everything sort of happened.
yeah, and then there's
Right.
like one thing in the final episode because they usually have like a wrap up one, but it depends on where they're gonna go with season 2, right? And how, like, who knows how they're gonna end this? Obviously, it's different showrunners and writers and creators, but yeah, I hope we find out it's something else because to me it was like, oh, that was a letdown, and then, oh, him turning bad was kind of a letdown, even though I guess it had to happen. But yeah. Go
I
ahead,
just
Hayden.
wanted to go back on your question, Shao, on are the kids still needed by Jode?
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes, because technically he doesn't really know how the planet's laid out. He's only been there that one time on At Attin. So
Right.
he would either need the kids to help him get around the city, or if the pirates are on their tail, he might, make some kind of semi-truce to kind of have the kids help him, man that armored cannon thing on top of the school to take out the pirates, sort of thing. There'll be
True.
something that'll bring them back together, whether it's good means or not, before an ultimate good deed is done again for him to be trusted
That's
again.
true. That being said, that if they do make it back to the planet with the kids. I'm not sure how much the kids can help him, meaning that I'm not sure if they will help him once they get back to At Attin, and he has 4 kids with them. And the kids clearly have no reason to trust him ever again, because even if he turns good or something like that, I don't know what he would do. Probably would have to end up saving the kids or saving the parents or saving someone that they care about to gain their trust again if he needs their trust. Maybe that's how we kind of see that he becomes, or he has good in him, and the kids will see that. But at this point, I don't really see how the kids will kind of, believe in him again.
Maybe because his whole goal was to get his ship back, right? And Brutus has a ship. So maybe he will use maybe if the kids get to the ship first or whatever. I mean, they don't even have SM-33, so I guess a couple of the kids have flown it already, so maybe they would know how, although they wouldn't have the coordinates unless KB somehow, I don't know, recorded them with her goggles. But so maybe he'll use the information he has, SM-33, the lightsaber, and coordinates at Attin, to then, take back his ship or under Brutus for the time being, to get them, hey, I got the score. They got, this is what I've been doing. I have it. It's real. Look at this. We got the logs. See, it's here. Let's go. And then they go. And then he ultimately betrays the pirates. And I don't know, maybe, yeah, it's like a double cross. He double crosses the kids so that he can then lure the pirates into thinking he's on his side, so then he can ultimately eliminate the pirates. I don't know. It's all fucked up now. I don't know how the kids they can't trust him, but he's got to do something. But then why? I guess because he's been growing attached to them, so he has a moment at the end. But why would that moment come when he's finally got the treasure,
Yeah.
Fern's mom. He sees her and falls in love.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say it might be the way, it'll be a self-sacrifice moment. It'll be part of his hero's journey. It'll be his atonement point as a character. He will obviously maybe once again turn his back on the kids if they get captured by Brutus once more time. And if he's going to kill them all, he might, die somehow or appear to die, win back the hearts of the kids, and then, have his rebirth moment as a good guy. It's depends on how Disney like to write it. Or he could just remain an asshole until season 2. Who knows? But there will be something there.
Yeah, they'll do a good job. Whatever they do, I just hope. I have faith because it's been good. There hasn't been episodes or moments where I've really felt like they've shat the bed or they wasted an episode or there's been filler stuff. And I feel like they've done a really good job of, obviously, it's not like, oh, we've left that and we got to get back and they're back the next episode. I feel like their journey has made sense.
Yeah.
Not like there's times in Mandalorian, I felt like they did a good job of it. It kind of maybe got a little bit repetitive, but in Book of Boba Fett, my biggest thing was it was always, oh, to get, the cell phone, you first have to get the SIM card. Okay, we go get the SIM card on this planet. Okay, well, before you get the SIM card to get the cell phone, you have to, get the thumb to unlock the case for the, and then it's like, you know what I mean? It was just like always like, oh, before we do this, we got to do that. And then once we do that, we got to do this. But before we do this. So I feel like so far in Skeleton Crew, while they have been sort of jumping around, it's worked. It hasn't felt like they're just, putting a filler episode in before they get to the the main event, which is getting back to At Attin, you know, the eternal treasure being revealed and those redeeming moments. So I feel like they'll do a good job. I just want to say one, because I was just thinking you'd mentioned it had the most comedic bits, and I felt like it even started with it. And I feel like they do a really good job, even of Wim's dad at the beginning, when they give him that little thing to hack into the computer, and then one of those surveillance droids,
hiding
like,
it
oh,
from
there's
the
a heat warning, and he stands up and he puts his hands behind his back. He's like, let me see your hand. And he pulls out his hand. He's like, your other hand. Puts his hand back behind the back, pulls out both hands at the same time. I was like, oh man, that's such, just because especially having young kids, like that's such a kid thing.
That's true. That's very
like
true.
as if you're not gonna, like, you're obviously hiding something. Anyways, I just,
He thought he could outsmart a droid.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna shove it in his pants. Actually, not like down his pants or something like that. But
yeah, I thought he was gonna drop it or do something. But yeah.
So right now, the kids are separated. The kids, you mentioned, how they get home is gonna be one thing. How Jode gets there is gonna be another. I was also wondering if somehow, because the kids, like you said, can't, one, we don't know if they have the coordinates unless KB, like you said, with her goggles, and they don't really know how to fly, correctly, I guess. So I was wondering that will Pocket or something or someone see them, or Brutus sees them and kind of uses them for that reason. I mean, like I'm just trying to figure out how the kids will leave that place. You know what I mean?
I kind of have two theories.
Yeah.
One is either, yes, maybe Jode goes, Mr. Sexy. What are we calling him Jode for? Mr. Sexy, he goes on his own. And then, yes, Brutus uses the kids, and also the kids use Brutus because they still got to get. Or this is where we start seeing some of those characters we were introduced to earlier reappear, like Kahim.
I was gonna say the kids will probably contact her, especially if it's KB. She will be the one to contact him, and somehow
that's a good point.
Be somehow able to follow the pirates or follow Mr. Sexy in his ship. So
thank you. No, that makes sense. I just thought for a second, especially when we were talking about Brutus, that that could be a thing to buy the kids more time, saying, like, they could say Brutus wants them dead. Brutus has talked about before how he doesn't care about the kids. They can die or whatever, but that could be a bargaining chip the kids can use for, to stay alive if Brutus sees them. It's like, oh, we know you want Mr. Sexy or the treasure. We know how to get there. They can find a way through that, and then they can board his ship or something to leave. As
we know how to bypass the planet's defenses and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they have information that I think Brutus can find find useful, where they can somehow work together in that sense, which makes sense to me. One thing that piqued my curiosity was the pirate. What's his name? The attack. Old Captain Tak Rennod. So he has that little scene with the hologram, and you don't see his face at all. I think even if you go frame by frame, you don't see any sort of clue. Usually when that happens, of course, it means, it's a character we haven't been introduced yet. But I also thought it could be interesting. So I did watch this episode twice because, like I said, I watched it at the very beginning, a week or whatever, and a few days later, I had to rewatch it again just to refresh my memory. But then, I remember the first time I watched it, I had the thought where it could be kind of interesting if the reason why they didn't show the face is because it's a character that we already know, that we already have seen, potentially. And the only thing that would make sense if it was a droid and not a human because it's been so long. And the only thing that from that made me think it could potentially be SM-33 because he could have done some sort of programming to like erase, whatever, right? Just he could have just done some sort of like override. But then I also was comparing the voices. Of course, it's not identical because that'd be too obvious, but it does have similarities. The second time I went around it, which could potentially be interesting. I'm not sure how it could really tie in, but that's just one of the theories going in that I thought, okay, well, they didn't show the face because maybe it's someone that we already know, and there could be some reveal that way. That's all I have in that.
I agree. I don't think it was by accident that you don't see who it is. Interesting theory about being a droid. I never thought that. I still sort of think whoever this supervisor might be is going to be linked somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't see him because they want you to see the supervisor first, and then that's revealed, as opposed to, although if you saw him and then in the next episode you see the supervisor first, like Wim's dad and Farah talking to the supervisor, then that's one of those little things that writers like to do, right? There's always these fun things where it's like the audience knows before the character, and so you have the secret information, and then these characters might be getting themselves into trouble and they don't know it, but as the audience you're like, no, don't trust that person, they're bad, or vice versa, where the character knows something but the audience doesn't, and we're the ones like kind of in the unknown.
Right.
But interesting, I just don't know what would be the purpose of a droid pirate looking for treasure. Like, why would a droid need treasure?
Very good question. I didn't think about that.
What
that kind of
about
shot my
this?
theory down, but yeah, go ahead. No, it's
Well-
actually a good question though. Yeah.
What if old Captain Rennod is in fact the head honcho of At Attin, hence why his head was missing. You don't see the pirate's head, so maybe he is in fact the leader of that planet.
That theory just
And he
Theory.
took the coordinates because he knew what was on the other planets. That's also a potential theory.
The
'Cause,
leader, the statue guy of At Attin, you're saying, not General
Yeah.
Strix, right?
No.
Okay.
Because
Oh
of
yeah.
like just to link the headless aspects of things, he was covering his tracks because if we saw the face of the statue, it was either, like you've said, someone that we already know, or it was somebody that we're going to see. So if it is him, then you see him. Are you just basking in your own musk there, Justin?
You just get the giggles sometimes. I got the giggles. I'm tired. Yeah,
too.
yeah. It's interesting.
on that note,
I really thought we might see another At planet.
Mm-hmm.
well, maybe we will. There's still time.
I don't know if it's necessary now. They got the
Probably not.
coordinates. Yeah,
Probably
I don't
not.
know. I just thought maybe if we see another At planet, but maybe seeing one was enough to show that, hey, these are all built the same. That sort of gives us enough information. We did get a little bit. I was saying in an earlier episode, like, just want a little bit more on At Attin, like just a little bit more information. We did get a little bit more information, but still they're kind of really giving it to us in pieces about At Attin. So I wonder if it's gonna come in. I feel like they're gonna get there or arrive, or like it's gonna happen at the end of the next episode, and then episode 7 and 8 will be like wrap up the season on At Attin.
Mm.
But they're really not wanting to give us. Maybe we'll get, because we seem to get a little snippet of At Attin at the beginning of the last 2 episodes. Like the one before was them all freaking out and Wim's dad kind of, you know, dealing with it in his own way. And then this episode, you know, we got a little bit more information about what they do. Not a lot, but where they work, sort of their position in the hierarchy of the organization. And then that was it again. So I wonder if we'll get another little introduction at the next one and then also end there.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can't. Let's see. I sometimes this is completely off, but I sometimes wish that they would release the episode title name just so we can. I mean, like you said, even if we knew that this one was called whatever it was, there's a lot. Was it something you have a lot to learn about pirates? I mean, there could be a couple of choices for this. I mean, of course, Mr. Sexy is one of the prime ones, but I think it'd be kind of interesting game for us. This is solely a selfish thing that if we were given the line, then we can make another educated guess on.
Well, let's make an uneducated guess.
Sure.
I'm good at that.
Sure.
Yes, you are. We're all good at something. Let's throw it to Hayden first. Put him under the pressure.
For what? Who the next episode's going to be the title of, or what's?
Yeah, who's gonna say the line?
And what is the line?
Yeah, and what? Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Oh.
Hayden, you know what? I already actually looked it up, and I already know it. The line of the episode is on your tea bag. Go ahead, say it out loud.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
I don't have.
What a coincidence.
Okay, my tea bag today just says Taka Okaya. It doesn't. It's
And
not,
that's the episode.
that's the name of it. It's going to be some
who
alien
says that?
language. Freaking, I don't know. No idea. Someone from the Bounty Hunters Guild. You're like, what?
Is Justin? I thought Justin was frozen, but he was just disgusted by your stupid answer.
Dumbfounded.
No, I just thought it was funny how you're like, oh gosh, like I have no idea. Yeah, like of course you don't. No, nobody does. That's why
You put me on the
knew
on the
this
spot.
the game wouldn't be very fun if you knew. Okay, I'm gonna say the episode title is At Attin, and it's gonna be Brutus.
Alas or at last?
Just what I said.
I was like, alas, at, and I'm like, what? Okay. However it wants to be written. Okay, Shao, what about you?
I do think it has to do At Attin related, but I'm not going to have At Attin in my title. I will say something, because I want to double down, and I'm still going with my girl KB. And so she will say, this is
that's the episode title. Nice, solid
Attin?
choice.
something along, because I was gonna say this is our home or something like that, but that's too short. I feel like.
See, I was thinking of doing something like that, like we're home or we're finally home, but
Yeah, but I don't think they would say that just because like they would be in a circumstance where they're either captured or they're not gonna make it home by themselves safely. So it's something along the lines of we are here.
We are here.
Can I change mine? Can I change?
Yeah. You can go ahead.
I'm still gonna go with Brutus.
Yeah.
Because that'll be fun. But I don't think you'd say Aladdin because I think, he's still gonna have doubts about Mr. Sexy even telling the truth. So I think it'll be he speaks the truth.
Oh, very good.
Can you say it
Very
like Brutus for us?
How does Brutus sound again?
I actually don't really remember. It's a really gravelly, like
He speaks the truth.
Very good.
There we go.
That's very Brutus. A little SM33 in there too, but I like that. Yeah. So we have a Brutus. He speaks the truth. Is your line?
Yeah.
I have the KB. We are here. Is that what
We
I
are here. We are here. We're
Well,
home.
I thought it was we period are period here. We
Yes.
are here.
Here.
We are here. We have. Yeah. I'm sticking with that. Too
You
bad.
change it. You
Fuck
get
it. I'm
one
not changing.
change.
I'm not changing.
Alright.
I'm not changing. Hayden, what's who and what?
Who and what are they saying? I'm
We
gonna
stalled
go.
for you.
I'm gonna stall for. Okay, I gave who I thought it would be, that British bounty hunter bird, but she kind of had her episode, so she's probably gone now. Like the blue lady, she was there and then she was gone.
Oh.
The one who
yeah, from-
called Mr. Sexy Dash.
Right.
That's who I'm talking about, because you're like, who, what, where? I'm going to say it's Wim, and he's going to say something about, like, the Jedi will save us.
Ooh, it's a good one.
I respect that.
You do?
Well, I respect that he actually came up with something. That's all I respect from it.
I came up with
Respect that he
something.
gave an
Yeah.
Respect you
Horrible
gave an
guess though.
answer.
Horrible
Yeah.
guess. But
They're all horrible guesses.
whoa, easy.
Okay,
Whoa, okay,
easy.
relax.
Hey.
Just because I said you could give it to me
you went
because
full
I was
Mr.
late.
Sexy asshole on that. That was mean.
Yeah, that would be,
Yeah,
it would
you
be
said-
Wim
you said-
going, Mr. Sexy's an ass.
Yeah.
We're going with you, Brutus. Kill
there
him.
you go.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Hayden again was a little bit late today, and he said that we can quote, unquote, punish him. He put
Ooh, what should
he
the
put-
punishment be?
he put the word punish in quotes, which is weird. Anyways,
Oh, so it needed to be unquoted?
Was it
I didn't
sexual?
want you, I didn't want you to read into it like it was something weird.
Dude,
you've
if you
just-
put something in quotes, it becomes weird.
It
Especially a
becomes
word
like-
No,
punish?
no.
because then I think
Because
yeah,
it
like,
was
that's-
in quotes, because it was like, you can't physically punish me. We're in virtual
Listen,
space.
Aiden.
well, we can.
Okay, let's just we're in a different scenario, okay? You're not engaged at the time. You're messaging with this girl. You like her. And then she sends you a text. Hey, sorry, like I'm being late. Feel free to, in quotes, punish me. How would you take that? Just
See
wondering.
that, the context of that, it's all about context.
Same context.
Same context.
You took this as the same context as that example. So clearly Justin wants to punish me for being
You're lucky
late.
There's a screen between us.
Let me get my lightsaber.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, what should the punishment be?
You already punished me. You made me give an answer on the spot.
That's
Oh.
oh, please. That's the basis of our podcast.
You should sing "Oh Canada." Sing "Oh Canada." No.
Okay. That being said, we've got some theories down. We got some sort of predictions for what's going to happen next. The title episode of titles and all that stuff. Who says it? I think it's time, if you guys are ready, for another installment of trivia.
Totally wizard.
Wizard.
Notice how many times they called things wizard in this episode too. I loved it.
3 or 4
think-
or something.
I think
Is
it
that
was
a trivia
3.
question?
I'm not going to give the actual number in case it is a trivia question.
No, it's not. But I think it was 2 or 3. 3. Yeah,
And
I'll say
who said
3.
it? I
Anyways,
think
doesn't matter.
was it Wim for all of them?
I think
I
it was.
think
overall.
that's Wim's line. Wizard.
Wizard.
He's trying to make it
Wizard.
cool, but no one's really catching on to it.
Well, because they refer to
Yeah,
Jedi's
yeah.
as wizards. Space
Also, it's-
wizards.
It's not really a thing. That would be the best. He's
It's
just
kinda
like,
like,
let's try to make
Mean
something
Girls.
sound.
Yeah,
Fetch.
fetch.
That shit.
All right, let's start. So this is gonna be same format as last time. The dings. Ding first. We have 11 questions.
Oh boy, Hayden, you might crush me today.
Well, I don't know. We'll
Um,
see. I've had 2 hours of sleep. So I'm-
Some kind of easy, some not so much. Whatever. So number 1. All right. whose lay is the only one who doesn't have round balls? They're
Oh,
all greeted with lays when they arrive at the spa place, and only one person doesn't have round poofy balls.
ding, ding, ding.
Go ahead.
Neil.
That's incorrect.
Ding, ding, ding.
Just throw him past it at the wall.
KB.
Hayden. Both incorrect.
I thought I would take a
Ooh.
guess that it was your girl, KB.
Do we just go until someone gets it right? Because
We
Who gets
could. Okay. A
Yep.
ding, ding, ding.
go ahead.
Wim.
That's incorrect.
God damn.
Ding, ding,
I know
ding.
who it is then. God.
SM33.
What? No.
He didn't get off. Ding, 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 ding.
Go ahead.
Fern.
That's correct.
Yeah. Because I
He
was like,
did, what do
the
you
only
mean
one.
he didn't get
oh,
off? He did get off. He got freaking restrained, bolted.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't.
did.
He didn't get. I don't think he got a lay though, but he did get
Ah.
a restricting thing. So Justin's in the lead with one. It
What
is
was
Fern.
hers? Wasn't a round ball. What was it?
It was more of a disc like
Yeah.
thing.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
Good
Um,
question. Nice.
Strong opener.
number
opener.
2. What is Neil's mom's name?
Neil's mom.
Oh. Oh man. Right at the beginning of the episode too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have this one.
Neither do I.
Okay, this will be a tie over 0. It would be Numa. Nooma.
Ah, dang.
So this one was kind of touched on by Justin, but in the first scene, when the droid detects something from Wendell's terminal, what does he detect?
Ding,
What
ding,
is-
ding, ding, ding. Heat source.
He does not say heat source.
Power source.
Ding,
Heat.
ding, ding, ding.
Dang it. It's a heat.
Didn't he say
Hayden.
energy surge?
Oh, energy. That's what
Energy
it was.
surge is correct. Energy surge is
Nice.
very well done. Tied at 1-1. Question 4. In this in the Onyx Cinder, when SM33 was tied down, who switched SM33 on when he was tied down?
Ding, 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 ding.
Go ahead, Justin.
Mr. Sexy.
That's incorrect.
What?
Ding, 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 ding. Is it
Go ahead.
KB?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Mr. Sex.
I literally have that written down. KB turns on.
Did you have it written down?
Yeah, I have it written down. My brain is so mush.
Well, you have it. Okay. Well, okay. Question number 5. Where was SM33 assembled?
Oh.
I was like, that was mentioned. I
Oh,
clearly wasn't paying attention.
ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Wasn't he assembled in the lair? Like
I'm
at
looking-
like Starridge Mountain? Like that. Wasn't
Sorry,
he?
where?
Isn't that Skullridge?
You know, Star. Wasn't he assembled at that planet that they went to? That
I'm
they
looking for a
called
specific name.
Ding, ding, ding,
Lupna
ding,
or
ding.
Lanupa?
Oh, man, Justin.
Is
Can
it,
I give you a-
isn't it
Can I give
Skullridge
Justin a
Mountain?
half point?
Skullridge? Yeah.
It is Skullridge. Skullridge Mountain.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
Starridge.
I'm gonna give Justin a half point just to make it interesting. So it's 2 to 1.5 for Hayden. Okay,
Starridge.
question 6. Okay. So during the fatherly moment that Mr. Sexy has with Wim, he tells Wim to forget his fears, anxieties, and parents, and that they're the last thing he needs. What does he call these things,
Ding, ding, ding.
Justin?
Distractions.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Don't. I messed up. This is a multiple choice question.
Oh,
Okay, sorry. I
Welcome
messed up.
to the boat of Hayden quiz mastery.
Here we go. Let me say that again. So Joe tells Wim to forget his fears, anxieties, parents, and that they're the last thing he needs. What does he call these things? A, attachments. B, bonds.
ding, ding,
C,
ding, 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 ding.
connect. Okay, Justin.
Attachments.
That's correct.
Because that's a rule of Jedi.
Ah.
Have no
Oh.
attachments.
Okay.
Unless, of
You
course,
didn't
you're-
let me finish. You know how long it took me to think of A words and B words and C words and D words? A for
should-
attachment, B for bonds, C for connections, and D for distractions. God damn it. Okay,
Oh,
anyways.
but you put the answer first, though. So you wouldn't have gotten a chance to get through it if you knew it. Anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't expect Justin. Okay. So,
Ye of little
now
faith.
2.5 to 2. Okay, 7. La Nupa has 2 rules. 1, no kids, and 2 is
Ding, ding, ding.
yes.
Like no violence. It's a peaceful planet. No.
Neutral planet.
Yeah, it's a neutral planet. Okay, he's.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not quite there.
No weapons?
Hayden,
Ding, 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 ding.
um,
I can't actually say anything because Justin Ding Ding hasn't given an answer yet.
No, I did. I said violence. So
Uh,
it's
yeah. Okay, well, weapons is the correct answer. He did.
nice.
Fine. Well, this is close to
Oh,
3 to
fine.
3.5.
So do I get
Okay.
a full point for it?
You get a full. You get a point. Okay, so
Yay.
now question 8. Jode introduces the kids as the wise elders. Where are they from?
Oh,
Crickets. I got nothing.
ding, ding, ding.
Go ahead, Justin.
Does it start with a conch?
No. It's something system. They're from the something system. Any
Damn it.
guesses, Hayden?
No.
I feel like there was one of these things that happened. I was like, oh, this might pop up, but I'll remember that. I feel like this, instead of writing it down.
That's important. I'll remember that.
Is it Chthonics system?
No, he says
Okay.
that the kids or the wise elders are from the Bratric system, calling them brats pretty much.
I was going to say, play on words.
Clever.
Play on, yes. Mr. Sexy, smart and sexy. Okay. So Mr. Sexy cons his way to saying that he is Professor Umium Gorlox. Where is Professor Umium Gorlox from?
Ding, ding, ding.
Justin?
Chthonics. I have that written down. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't have chthonics on anywhere in my thing, but no, it's not.
Is
Hayden,
it?
do you have any idea?
I've got no idea, but it's when the guard says you're blah 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 from blah blah blah.
Correct.
Yeah,
That
I
line.
can't remember where they say he was from.
Umium Gorlox from Scipio.
Scipio.
Ah,
Scipio.
Caponics.
I don't know why I have that written down.
I'm
I have
so-
it written down
I'm so curious.
phonetically, too.
2 more questions, and it's pretty much anyone's game.
Ooh, boy.
What is the name of the giant creature that helps open the secret passageway for the gang?
It starts with a P, doesn't it? I can't freaking remember.
No.
He looks like a giant walrus.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Chthonics.
You know what? It's not, but maybe that's why you wrote it, because it's kind of
Is it similar?
Cathalops. It's Cathalops. Like Cthallops. Cathalops.
Okay, that's probably why I have it written down. Sometimes it's hard to hear or like know exactly when they spout off these weird words. That's funny.
The only reason why I have it is because I watch it with subtitles, so I know what they.
Smart.
I was
Um,
thinking
I'm always
to do
trying to
that
write
too.
it.
and just for the hell
Half
of it, I'm
point?
gonna give you the half point. So it's tied at 3-3 with going to the last question. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Um, oh wait, no, I have a bonus question, but let's get to that after this. Okay, so
Okay.
what was the first booby trap the gang encounters in the caves?
Ding 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 ding.
Ah, what am I doing? Putting my hand up for?
Justin?
It was the decapitating laser.
Wow, I wrote down lasers to decapitate. Very good. Right now the score is 4-3 for Justin. But this next okay, this next
Warriors.
question, I'm gonna ask you. Everything you get right is 1 point. Okay.
Oh shit.
So it's not episode specific, but it is Skeleton Crew specific. So this might be hard, but at the very, very beginning, when they do that shot with all the faces, there are 9 characters. Can you list? I'm going to give you 20 seconds to list as many as you can. 3, 2, 1, list. Ooh, this is exciting. You will not get deducted points for writing wrong answers. 10 seconds left. So I guess you can just list as many people as you want. I'm going to throw in an extra 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hands down. Okay, very good. Thank you for showing me your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, they did not cheat. Hayden, let's start with you. How many did you list down? Let's see if you're even right.
I had 6.
Holy shit. Okay. How confident are you?
aggressive.
6.
Somewhat
6.
confident. I had 6. So
Okay.
Darth Vader,
Okay.
a Stormtrooper helmet, BB-8, R2-D2, C-3PO, and one of the new the protocol droids from this series, whatever they're
Can you be
called.
more specific about that one?
The At Attin droids that are like, can you show me what's behind your hands? You know, that one.
Okay.
So lots of droids.
Surveillance droid. Can I steal his point? Surveillance droid.
So you didn't name a couple that weren't on there, but you got 4.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good.
4 or 6.
Justin.
I have C-3PO,
Okay.
R2-D2,
Okay.
Darth Vader,
Okay.
Mando,
Okay.
and then I started padding and just wrote Grogu. Obviously, not a helmet. And it would be very obvious if he was in there. But I was like, I can't just stop writing. Boba Fett. And the last one I just don't want to even read. I put Wim. Just
His little curly hairs up there.
And you
It's
know
I was like,
what?
there's
It's
got to
shot
be
from-
somebody.
It's shot from the back, so you can't tell who
Yeah,
it is.
there's somebody from this. I don't know, Wim, because you were counting down, and I was like,
And you know what? With that, Justin, you do win it by 1 point. Congratulations. You got
Yup.
So this is the one. So there's R2-D2. There's actually Silvo, you know, the first scene of him wearing a helmet. He's on there.
Oh.
The droid one of those droids we're talking about, the surveillance ones, is on there. The safety droids. There's also a droid that appeared on the bus, the school bus, when they were driving. C-3PO is on there. Darth Vader's on there. Young Anakin is on there when wearing the helmet with the.
Oh, and his pod racer helmet. Far out.
Yes.
I missed that one.
Anakin's on there. SM-33 is on there. And the Mandalorian helmet is on there too. So Justin got that one as well. Good job. Like, I think I probably would have gotten 2 if I know for sure Darth Vader and R2-D2.
yeah.
So good
That's
job for you guys both to get that. Well done. Hayden, you're damn close.
I continue
That
my
being
losing
said-
streak.
You're on a
That's what-
streak.
You're on a great streak.
On a streak.
And
We're going streaking.
that being said, guys, this concludes the last episode of 2024. As usual, if you guys have any theories, anything you guys want us to touch on, anything you guys want us to talk about specifically, write into us, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And you can find us on Chummy Thumbs and your social media. And you can email us at chummythumbs@gmail.com. And until next time, be safe. Don't drink and drive. If you go, do your thing on New Year's Eve or New Year's whatever. And yeah, everyone, keep on
thumbing.
Thumbing.
Clink, clink.
Clank.